Edgar.
Edgar Cayce.
Yes.
If it's possible, I have like a couple of questions I'd like to ask him.
Yes. Okay, I'm here. What would you like to know?
Thank you very much for coming.
Yes.
I would like to know, number one, are the treatments in your book still valid today?
Oh, certainly, yes.
Okay.
I would just say that some of them, well, they come off as old-fashioned, and they are.
Mm-hmm.
And so they might be a little bit down and dirty for some people for that reason, but yes, they certainly still work.
And another thing is, what is it about castor oil that is so good? You use that a lot.
Yes, just a moment here. Well, okay, the simplest word is an extractor.
Mm.
It simply extracts foreign substances and anomalous things that don't belong, toxins, dead cells.
I see.
It draws them out like like someone sucking on the end of a straw. Like a siphon.
That's why using it on your liver is so beneficial.
Yes.
One last question.
Yes.
What is it? Have you got any advice on what I could do to get my right upper arm to heal?
Yes, well, you won't like our answer.
Okay.
Okay, just bind it to your body so you stop using it for a time in order to give it the rest it needs to heal. The problem is you keep re-injuring it.
Yes, I know.
Well, so, with a cast or sling, many times arms are put in slings in order to keep the injured person from using it. This is what you need, but we don't think you're willing to do this, but this is what it would take to heal it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I tell some of my patients. Well, I guess for the time being, I would use the fact that I'm still trying to heal my chest as an excuse. So I need my arm, but...
Or you could just tell the truth. I keep overextending my shoulder. I just won't give it the opportunity it needs to heal, so I'm binding it here so that I will stop using it.
Yes.
Okay, so when you are willing to use simple remedies like this, you are modeling this for your patients. You are modeling for them just simple, practical wisdom, such as don't use an injured limb. That is all. If you were treating an injured bird with broken wing, you would have no trouble binding its wing to its body, would you?
No.
In order to give it time to repair. So this is ego stuff for you that keeps you from doing what you need to do to heal. And so you can use these as teaching opportunities for your patients.
Yes, and I explain this to my patients all the time. I guess the biggest issue is being able to do my acupuncture with only one arm. that would be the thing. I'd have to not work for a while. I'm not sure that I'm willing to give that part up.
Well, how about this? Let's strike a deal. How about you just simply wear it all the time when you're not working?
Okay, I'll give that a shot.
Okay, and the sling will help support the weight. You see, the weight of your arm will be distributed across your other shoulder and your midsection so that the weight of your arm will not be pulling on your shoulder.
Yes.
Do you see what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You think I would have learned this lesson because I made this mistake when I was very young, when I was a teenager, with my other shoulder.
Well, join the club. Most people don't learn their lesson the first time around, especially not the vessel through which we are speaking, and especially not you either.
No.
And if you remember, you read or heard something that said, this is why I opened the hospital, because people don't do what they're told to do or what they know to do. They either know it's the right thing to do and just really don't want to be bothered, or they don't trust what I say to them. Used to, in the old days, they had what they called convalescing. You know this word?
Yes, yeah.
And people would go to the beach or some sort of convalescent resort and simply just rest. People do not do this anymore, this modern life, and they damage and repeatedly injure themselves because they're just not willing to give their body the rest it needs to heal, because the body will do the healing if it's given the opportunity. You see, your arm, your shoulder can heal itself if you'll give it the chance. And you know this.
And I explain to people all the time about how years and years and 50, 100 years ago that people, when they were sick, they would be sent off somewhere because it's hard to heal in the same environment that made you sick.
That is right. And people are foolish. They use their vacation to gallivant all over the place and see all sorts of sights and so on, rather than to rest during their vacation time.
Yeah. Yes.
Get where you're going and then sit down and relax.
But then you might have to feel the feelings that are going on inside you.
Well, yes. And that's a whole nother conversation.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I'm happy to help anytime.
I would like to use you a little bit more often.
Yes. Yes, and I would like for your wife to study all of my methods. So one of the things that Judah is doing for her, or would like to do for her, is that she can read, well, any sort of material, but material such as mine or material by an enlightened being, and she will be able to supernaturally store this information. Now, her mind can't remember all of it, but her subconscious will. And so that way, Judah or I or whoever she is channeling can pull up this information, you see.
Well, I want to study it too.
Please.
Study it.
Please do.
Yes. And I think I will use it.
Oh, I hope you will.
Yes.
No sense in reinventing the wheel, as they say,
Exactly.
right? Why waste all the time and energy I put into testing these practices?
So then, since I would like to do this very much, if there's any way you can send me any kind of energy or anything to make my memory better so I'll be able to remember these, that would be great.
Yes, just a moment here. Okay, well, here's a little trick for you. We think you know this one, but you can try it if you'd like. It takes a little time, but it works. So anything you want to remember, write it down with your left hand.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, and you may not be able to read it very well when you write it, but it will help you to remember it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
But I should say, after I said that, I realized that at work, when I'm working, it's amazing the things that I can remember in that room. It's like I had a woman who's been seeing me for 25 years, I think, about that. And she said, "Do you remember what I first came for?" And I said, "Your shoulder." And she said, "You're right." So in that room, so I think I will probably be able to remember your treatments. I think I'll be able to do that because it's so interesting to me. But I will try the left hand trick. That way I won't have to use my right arm.
Okay, so, and we would say, okay, this is my other idea for you. This is something that I did during my Earth years. I just kept a little journal, you see, the date and the malady and what I tried, you see, and then if it worked and how well it worked. So, you might write tomorrow's date and Sally's name and told her to try XYZ for this pain or whatever. For instance, we told your wife castor oil on the flannel in the ears for earaches, and it worked very well. So just jot that down in a little medical diary of sorts. This could be very valuable, you see.
Absolutely.
And then later, if you're with a patient and you can't quite remember, you just look back in your diary and there you have it.
Right. Is that good for children's ear infections as well?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay, good.
So, well, let us give you two things here. Okay. This is for children with ear pain. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Flannel. Okay, because it's not as fibrous as a cotton ball. Well, a cotton ball will do if flannel is not available. But a bit of flannel soaked in castor oil, and you can just leave it in the ear indefinitely.
Okay.
And you can soak it again later as needed. Okay, and also the same strategy, but instead of castor oil, use mother's breast milk. Okay, breast milk. And encourage all your nursing mothers to save and freeze breast milk for years to come for treating maladies.
Okay.
Some for themselves and some for maybe a friend. Pink eye, drops of breast milk in the eyes.
Excellent.
And then you can go back and, put the results in your little journal. Maybe you will have a section ears or section back pain or whatever, so on, so on.
Okay.
And just be a collector of your own data, you see. And simply the act of writing it down will help you to remember it.
Yes. Yes.
There is potential if you and your wife are open to new dreams. there is a potential at a time that your clinic can become more inclusive, not just acupuncture, but straight out energy healing from your wife, you see.
Yes. I already envisioned that. I already could see that coming.
So there would be more teamwork and collaboration, and people would come for all sorts of things, and you could treat it in various different ways. She can treat simply by channeling and laying her hands on people, and you the same if you like, or simply acupuncture, herbs, other remedies that I will be teaching you. So there is a shift that can happen if you'd like in this way. And part of the shift, a portion of it, is that you begin to teach people how to be their own healers by giving them these remedies that work, and teaching them, as you already do, about intention and intuition. And mothers especially, if you teach a mother, you are teaching all of her children and her children's children in that act of teaching the mother, you see. For what this mother, here channeling what she knows about healing, she has given to her children already, and they may give them those wisdoms to their own children one day.
Yes.
In the olden days before my time, a mother did not pick up the phone and call the doctor. She picked up the phone and called her mother or her grandmother, which made perfect sense.
Yes.
But the young mothers that you teach and see, they are very far removed from this sort of practice, and it's very unfortunate.
Yes.
So that being said, that could be, it's a possible dream for you, for your wife, to begin sharing this sort of knowledge. Now, you share your knowledge very readily, liberally, generously in the patient room. However, you have to repeat the information over and over again. Now, you're getting too old for this. It is better for you to disseminate the information to a whole group of people, you see. It just makes more sense.
Okay. We got a book, it came today. Is there a book that is the most encompassing? Is there a book that would be the best for us to get for reading your treatments?
Well, this book has much of my overarching philosophy and some specifics. However, it's not going to be the best one. What you need are the words written directly by me.
Okay.
You may enjoy one day going to Virginia and perusing the archives. Perhaps ask and see what sort of access, if any, you might be given. But all the archives of every channel, well, thousands from the point at which we began recording them, are there. This is similar to the medical diary I am encouraging you to keep.
Yes, I already mentioned to Angie that we should go there.
Well, I think you would like it.
Yes, I know I would. That's on the list of things to do soon. That would be very much fun. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. I will see you again.
Good.